Welcome back to the show, Game On 99.3 Nigeria Info. Femi and the gang in the building. Samuel alongside Chuma here for today's edition of the show. And 32 minutes down, 7 p.m. Time to open up the phone lines and hear from you regarding the first conversation we're having today. And that's about the manager with the most pressure on him going into the new season. We've outlined the clubs and off of the successes of last season and off of the business done in this current transfer window. Which manager do you think has no excuse whatsoever to not be winning the Premier League next season? Chuma says it's Arsenal. I think it's Liverpool's Arne Slot off of what they've done in the transfer market this season. And also noting that Arsenal may have strengthened well, depending on what they lacked last season. But Liverpool have strengthened beyond what they were not lacking. They've strengthened what they had last season and gone beyond it to add even what they could possibly not need going into the new season. So if push were to come to shove, they have more than enough to stave off any worry that they may have. So what do you think? And I think the manager under the least pressure has got to be Enzo Maresca, knowing what he's done in this season, or last season, which has officially ended 2 or 3 weeks ago with Chelsea winning the Club World Cup. Chuma seems to think it's Thomas Frank, maybe Ruben Amorim. What say you? 0201277093, 020146579190. WhatsApp is 08095975805. And of course, for those calling from the abroad, you can do WhatsApp call. If you're in Nigeria, don't do WhatsApp call. If you're abroad, WhatsApp call is open for you. Same number, 08095975805. Don't forget the One Play Lottery game show is still ongoing. It's live. We've got 40,000 naira at the very least to give away to someone today. *347 *880 *3# to play from your mobile phone, and www.oneplay.ng to play online. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening, Samuel.
Hi there, good evening to you. What's your name?
Yeah, good evening, Chuma.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is Friday from Igwelere.
All right, Friday.
Chuma, for me, to be sincere, I think it's Arteta.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Because we can't finish second in three seasons in a row, then we thought the signing before this current season, then you are not winning the league. The pressure will be definitely be on Arteta. My coach Slot will be forgiving because people will say in his first season he actually won the league. So that is something that he
where
can
they no send them to win. The league where they no send them to win, he go win them.
Yes, he go win now. So Liverpool people are still happy with him, even though in the next 2 seasons he's not winning the league. If he can manage to finish in the Champions League position, we will still forgive him. But for Arteta, Samuel, take yourself for example. If you are an Arsenal supporter, finishing second behind Man City 3 seasons in a row, then the last season finishing second behind Liverpool, what is expected of Arteta this season is to win the league. Nothing short of that. So Arteta will be more pressure. Then, if you ask me to choose second, it will be Guardiola.
All right, thank you.
Pep Guardiola.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling in. Okay, let's take another one. Good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Your radio set should go off.
Samuel, good evening.
Good evening. Turn off your radio set.
Okay, I'll do that now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Samuel.
All right, go ahead. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is David from Badagry.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised you say Liverpool will be under pressure, and it's not. Someone who just won the league. You know, the person I think will be under the biggest pressure now is Arteta, because whatever I think is lacking now, the club has not backed him up. They have gotten him everything he thinks is lacking. He has no excuse. Whatever, anything it's trying to say now, with not winning the league, he's not even finishing second or winning Carabao Cup. The league is the main target. If he didn't win that league this season, if Arsenal did not sack him, I think Arsenal they are not wanting any progress. So that was my own take on it. I don't see Arne Slot under any pressure. He just won the league. So
All right. Thank you. Appreciate you for calling in. Do Liverpool have a better squad than Arsenal's going into next season? If you really were to pick apart that squad, would you say Arsenal's squad is better than Liverpool's? Yeah, I want you to consider that. And if you think their squad is better than Liverpool, then I think it's justified when you say slightly that Arsenal should win the league. But if you suppose that Liverpool have a better squad than Arsenal, which is evidently clear, then I don't see why Arsenal should be under pressure to win the league. That's me saying. And if you were to focus on Liverpool as well, and you say if they just won the league when, like I said, nobody asked him to go and win the league in his debut season, but he went there and did and has done it. So why should they lower the bar for him in the next season, knowing that more has been put into that squad to ensure that they retain that Premier League title and add the Champions League next season? You don't get £100 million player and add another 75 and then add what's his name? We even forgot, Chuma, that they lost Trent Alexander-Arnold and are most likely to lose Andy Robertson. But they've strengthened with
two guys in the attacking department too.
They've strengthened with Milos Kerkez and Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen. So that's good enough quality to replace what's gone out of Liverpool. So if I were to go to Europe, I'm pretty much thinking that the one man who's under pressure to win the Champions League next season has got to be Liverpool. If I were to stick with Europe, PSG just won it. Maybe no one is really asking Luis Enrique to go on and repeat that feat. They are not Real Madrid. Nobody's Real Madrid. Only Real Madrid is required to do that, right? No one's asking Chelsea to go and win the Champions League. They won the Club World Cup, fine. Who else is there? Arsenal.
People are asking them
to do what? Where is that one coming from? If you're looking at Arsenal, you still think their squad is not good enough.
World champion, when if they win Champions League, wait till me your work.
They don't. We won one trophy that lasts 4 years. That's all that matters. So you look at Chelsea. That's that. They just go back to the Champions League. So you don't expect them to go and be winning it. They are newbies. They are like a Celtic or they are like a Sparta Prague in this competition. So let's leave them out of it. Who else is in that mix? Man, you know that Manchester City, they won it 2 years ago. Yeah, maybe not so much. I think City desperately need to win the FA Cup and the Carling Cup this season. They desperately need to get their hands on the cup competition.
I think the Premier League, actually. Anything less than Premier League, Champions or Premier League, is another failure in quotes for Guardiola. And it doesn't happen back-to-back for that guy in his career. It doesn't happen
City
like that.
Too big to be winning the FA Cup?
Not too big to win it, but too big to over-celebrate winning it. That's it. Not too big to win it. Nobody's too big to win.
If it's a singular trophy, City are ending the season with just the FA Cup. That's underachievement.
Yeah, it is. It is. Like even last season, even if they had beaten Crystal Palace in the final to win that FA Cup title, it was not going to be, City. That's not their level, man. If Real Madrid win the Copa del Rey only in a season, they'll sack their manager. It's happened in the past. We've seen it happen. So there are levels to these things. And that's why it's sad sometimes. Yeah, I'm looking for trouble. I think that's what somebody will say. But that's why it's sad sometimes that it's gotten this bad for Manchester United. Manchester United under Sir Alex Ferguson up until 2013 will not be dancing. Oh, we won. We ended the season with the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup only. It has to be the Premier League or above. If you're going to win these cup competitions, which is nice, you have to win them. Pep Guardiola did what? At the point he won the domestic treble before he eventually went on to win the main treble where he won the FA Cup, the Premier League and the Carabao Cup. If he only ended with the FA Cup and Carabao Cup, the excitement would not have been that much for Man City fans. So they've gone to that level where it has to be the big stuff or nothing. Man, you have gotten to the level, sadly, now where United fans just want Manchester United to win something. Yes, they won the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup for back-to-back years under Erik ten Hag. But looking at how low they went last season, it's where we are now. On the other hand, Man City are consistently on the ascendancy. Forget about what happened last season. They're one of the biggest teams in world football now. And that's it. I think there are just a few teams in that class. Pardon me. If Bayern Munich just win the DFB Pokal Cup in Germany, it feels like a failure for them.
I mean, we're talking also about you're not finishing outside the top two in the league. You are doing quarterfinals, semi-finals in Champions League, probably the final, losing it. And then you're adding 2 domestic cups, maybe and the Community Shield. Season opener.
It's so bad now, that even if Arsenal were to finish second and win the FA Cup, then we'll still have Arsenal.
Really?
I know that at this stage, the Gunners, well, because for 5 years they've not won a trophy at all. So there's desperation, just win something. But if that something were to be Arsenal finishing second plus EFL Cup, which we call Carabao Cup these days, Arteta, Failure again, as far as I'm concerned. Yes, Arsenal finished second and win the FA Cup. Arteta, failure again.
3 years ago, or
Arsenal finished second and win the Champions League. Hey, you have done something. Arsenal get knocked out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, but win the Premier League. You have done something. Arsenal won one of those 2 trophies now to get back some level of respect.
Arsenal win the Champions League, finish outside the top 8.
Great season because they've never won the Champions League before. It's going to be like Tottenham Hotspur. It's going to be like Tottenham Hotspur.
But that's not
who
a
are
good
in the bottom
season.
5.
That's not a good season.
It's going to be like your Chelsea, that your 2012 where you celebrate. Because it's big. It is big.
But that's the Champions League.
At this stage,
so we're saying that these big trophies have to be backed up by something else.
If I were to be an Arsenal fan, if I were to be supporting a European team, and let's imagine it's Arsenal now, my thought would be, let me even finish 16th where Man U finished, but win the Champions League and scratch that away from this banter consistently. Let me have won it. I'll take it.
So
if I were to be an Arsenal fan, finish 16th and win the Champions League.
They haven't won anything in recent years, but if they'd been winning, and then Arteta is posting that as the end of the season results, Champions League and 14th place finish in the league, quarterfinal exit in the FA Cup, round 2 exit in the Carling Cup, no Community Shield. That's not success in any way.
That's where problems will come. But as far as you're not Real Madrid, right? I feel any team that wins the Champions League, as far as you're not Real Madrid, can have a leeway with. Again, it's funny, right? Tottenham Hotspur never won anything, won Europa League, and they sacked the coach because they were terrible in the league. The league standards are high, but Arsenal, the least Arsenal have dropped since Arsene Wenger left on the table, if my memory serves me right, is number 8, finishing 8th in the season since Wenger left. If Arsenal were to finish 9th and win the Champions League, the fans will take it. Manchester United have already become so bad that they could finish 16th, or was it 15th? That's how embarrassing Manchester United were. So I'm not going to bring Man U into this conversation for the context, because again, they still stuck around with the same coach. They understood they had sacked the previous guy before they brought him. But normal Manchester United levels, normal Man U levels, Europa League stroke 15th. Even if you won the Europa League, they'll sack the coach. But Man U have become so bad now that they didn't win the Europa League. They finished the 15th or so. And the coach is still there. Again, it's understandable. He came halfway into the season. He will now be judged this season that we're going into. Ruben.
Okay. That's placing a thought in my head, thinking, all of you that have won trebles before and brandish that treble that has the FA Cup inside of it, now double you win. You know, win treble. If we are now saying that the FA Cup is not important.
No, I respect it. When you win everything, all 3 like that, it makes sense. But if you win it alone.
So a trophy has to be worth its weight in gold, right? Is the FA Cup worth its weight? In comparison to the Champions League and the league, obviously not.
Standing alone like this,
alone,
for Newcastle is big. That's why they won. That's why they won Carabao Cup and they were happy.
A league title is, or let me say, 1 FA Cup and 1 Carling Cup is equal to 1 Premier League.
Okay, that's win the cup double in your country, or win the Premier League.
Yeah.
Arsenal now win FA Cup and Carabao Cup next season, but no Premier League, no Champions League. Which is better? Win Premier League and don't win anything else.
But that's in the context of Arsenal not having won trophies the last 4 years.
Let's forget Arsenal. Anybody in this life, win Premier League or win the 2 cup competitions. Win Premier League too.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So the 2 cup competitions, no reach Premier League.
Okay. So I'm still standing on my ground. If you ever talk to me about the treble and include the FA Cup there, you only want the double to me. 0201277093, 0201465790. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name? Lost that connection. Do well to get back to me. Plenty of your thoughts coming through on WhatsApp. I'll be taking them as I go on. Good evening to you. Hello.
Good evening.
No, not that. Not your line's not clear. What's your name? Let's see if we can try.
Good evening.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I feel so sorry because it happens every time. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Samuel.
Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Uche calling from Morile.
All right, Uche, talk to me.
Chuma, I greet you.
Welcome, Uche.
Yeah. Samuel, for the first question that you asked about the manager that will go into the season with under pressure.
Yeah.
I think your coach is the number 1 because...
Wait till you want to talk before.
To wear the Champions League... to wear the champion of the world badge for their jersey. That is even more pressure. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't understand.
When all those small teams will be praising Chelsea, so they'll be asking those Chelsea people, is it world champion?
So because they are world champion, they should not lose again?
They wouldn't lose now because they are world champions.
For what now?
Somewhere, you see, asking, this Mikel Arteta, if you fail to win the Premier League this season, I think the man will not get job for his career again.
You didn't swear for him. You didn't swear for him.
You know, because nothing to say give excuse again now, because the man already get those strikers that people that are complaining up and down. See. So if he fails to win the Premier League this season, maybe they will sack him and collect his coaching certificate and jail him. Thank you.
All right.
For you.
Thank you. So what did I can do, Amorim?
If Ten Hag you get work after leave Man U.
Oh, now who can they talk Arteta on? And Arteta is he's such a fine manager, isn't he? Hello there. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Paji.
Good evening.
This is Emmanuel from Ikorodu.
All right. Welcome, Slim G.
If you say Slot is under pressure, then Enzo Maresca is also under pressure, being a World Club champions and winner.
But we're not playing the World Club Cup this season now.
I know. Remember, it's a big trophy. So after coming...
Oh, now it's a big trophy. Now that we're talking about pressure, it's now a big trophy.
Of course, as World Club champions, you are back to your league. People will be expecting to see what you will do in the league. So, to me, if you say Slot is under pressure, then Maresca is under pressure. But personally, I think it's only Mikel Arteta that is under pressure, honestly. His job is well cut out now. There's no escape route for him.
What should be done to Arne Slot if he finishes trophy like next season?
Arne Slot?
Yeah.
They'll still give him time. They'll still give him time. Having won the league in his first season,
and he will be deserving of that, in your opinion?
Yes, he merited it by winning the league the first time.
Okay, all right.
Because I think that last season was the chance Arsenal had to win that league. Since they lost it, I don't think they will win it this season, honestly.
All right, thank you.
Because this season now, we'll be facing a stronger competitions this season. Even you people that are looking down on Man U, they don't have European tournament to play.
So by dint of that, they will win the league.
I'm not saying they win.
They will qualify for the Champions League.
And honestly, watch Man U. Watch out for Man U. Honestly.
God forbid I watch out for Man U. They're not doing anything.
You are your bias over Man U. But you only see, are you not the one that is singing sack Maresca somewhere?
That is what the power of the World Club Cup has been to you. He's the best manager in the world right now. He's the best manager.
But you are singing sack Maresca. Have you been the sack team that
would have been a terrible decision. Terribly bad decision. Thank God they didn't listen to me.
Sometimes you just have patience on these coaches, honestly.
Yeah.
It's not something...
No, but not where Arne Slot is. Not where Arne Slot is. Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it.
Arne Slot is for him to win the league the first time he came. You know what he says?
Nobody sent them make him win the league. Nobody sent them. So why should
nobody send them? Don't tell Arteta this thing you are saying.
No, I can explain.
Do you think Arteta is happy?
All right, thank you for calling. All right, I appreciate you. This one on WhatsApp says, "Good evening, Victor. You should be calling me by Samuel. That's what it is to you. You're just playing safe and biased. How can Chelsea that won the World Club Cup not winning the Champions League or Premiership? That means that the winning of Club World Cup was a fluke. If you're good, you're good." Friday from Itiresu Olori, Gunners for life. They don't want to win it. Is it by force? Good evening, Femi and the gang. Funcho Michael from Egbeda. The pressure will mount on Mikel Arteta this season. Seriously, because all eyes on him to win the league this season, you say. All right, back to the phone lines. Hello there. Good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
My name is Adiola. I'm calling from Oba.
All right, talk to me.
Okay, so I'm a Man U fan.
All right.
And Man U has no distractions this season. They're not in Europe. They have nothing. So if Amorim doesn't win the Premiership, he should be sacked. If he doesn't win, because now this is a full season now, and he's in control. He's in control of everything now. So he has no excuse. As for Chelsea, I think Chelsea My wife should not hear this anyway.
I pray,
Chelsea,
Madam, please come. Don't give this man food. Don't give this man food this evening.
I've not eaten.
You know, go eat with that too.
Cooking, so quickly before she comes out of the kitchen, Chelsea. So I think Chelsea has done well this season. Nobody gave them. I didn't give them any chance that they could win the club. I just they will soon fumble. They will soon fumble, and they didn't. So, but I think that I don't think they're going to be under a lot of pressure. They have 4 years to be champions for this Club World Cup anyway. So I don't think they'll be under so much pressure. But if they fall out of the top 4 for the Champions League or the next season, then I think there'll be pressure on Maresca to that. So for Arteta, what's the pressure? We are used to Arsenal not
oh wow!
So why are we bothered about them? If they let them win anything, it's like they can win and catch you. It doesn't matter.
Okay. I hope you have Gary and groundnuts in the house.
That's no dinner for you, right?
Like that's going to be dinner for you. Well, thank you so much for calling. Good evening, Femi and the gang. Funshaw Michael from Egbeda. The pressure. Okay, I think I've taken that. I've got to go on another break very shortly. Good evening, Femi and the gang. Funshaw. Why the multiple messages? Good evening, Samuel and Chuma. Arteta should be under more pressure, followed by Pep Guardiola. No pressure for Slot or Maresca. Pound for pound, Liverpool have a better team than Arsenal. You can also add coach to it. Meanwhile, pound for pound, PSG had a better team than Chelsea. Just yet, Chelsea won against them. And Nathaniel from Egbeda says, and that's justification. I'm almost tempted to take that as justification, but hell no. Let's go on that break. When we come back, I'll take a few more calls, and then we'll be talking about the Super Falcons of Nigeria. This time, we'll be looking at that victory in comparison to previous generations, where one former Super Falcon has been lamenting why the poor treatment they got after winning 4 WAFCON titles. All of that on the other side of the break. We'll be right back.
AKA The Cap, AKA The Top Boy, Man You Fan in the building. You're listening to Femi and the Gang on Nigeria Info FM. Don't touch it.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
Emails sent, laptop shut, heading home. You? You can't wait to get on the couch with your feet up, enjoying the moment.
Shall we?
Shall we? Not for sale to persons below the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Hey, Boku don't come again, with the high quality for low prices. Boku don't reduce over 20 more products from 900 grams of Trios Boku bread for 1,300 naira to Golden Penny Spaghetti and Spaghettini for 950 naira. Mama Pride Spaghettini for 850 naira. 50 kg Big Bull Rice don't be 73,000 naira. While in Junior Brother for 25 kg, na 37,000 naira. Then 5 Alive Berry Blasting call, that one na 950 naira. Hurry now, go any Boku store for prices with cheap pass market.
Yes, so shop Boku for prices with cheap pass market. And Boku not far from you. This one no be promo. Now like this we dey enjoy every day for inside Boku store. Or ya halele go Boku store now. New Lafarge Water Shield Cement now confirm.
Oh, welcome, sir. Sir, we are set to begin the foundation.
Everything set?
Everything, sir. We have the estimates for the granite, the sand, the iron rods, the concrete blocks, the cement, the...
Wait, engineer. What cement are you planning to use?
Oh, the normal cement, sir.
The normal cement?
Yes, sir.
You know the area is waterlogged and you say normal cement? Have you not heard of Water Shield? The new waterproof cement by Lafarge, designed to protect buildings from water damage and water damage to your property. If you're building in a waterlogged area, then your best bet is the new Water Shield cement by Lafarge. Water Shield is the waterproof, high-strength cement expertly formulated for all interior and external use in waterlogged areas.
New Lafarge Water Shield Cement na confirm.
And water damage to your property.
Ewo,
Now so I did on my own. Now a message enter my phone. Fiam. I can't click Fiam. Now so my money for account go. Fiam. Hey. If to say na Airtel you they use, then for first alert you before you click Airtel they identify spammers. Then alert them customers with AI powered service to make sure say you know for Mugu for Wuruwuru scam messages. No charges, no subscription needed. Me self they go join Airtel. Fiam.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
What you're about to taste is so hot, it's got basket mouth singing.
Mini Ninja Pepe flavor. Yeah. Mini Ninja Pepe flavor. Chris. Heat.
Nothing brings the heat like the bold taste of Mini Me Noodles Niger Pepper flavor. Try it today and see for yourself. Mini Me Noodles Niger Pepper flavor. Slap it like it's hot.
In the kitchen game, there are players and then Agba Ballers. MVP, Player of the Year, 10-0, no rival. Become an Agba Baller with the new improved Maggi chicken flavor, made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric to bring out your top game in the kitchen. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, my game changer.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, it's game on.
Esther Okoronkwo and I play for AFC Toronto. We are hanging out with Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info FM.
Hi guys, it's Michelle Lozia, forward with the Houston Dash in the U.S. Thanks you guys so much for listening to Femi and the Gang 99.3 on Nigerian Info FM.
Make we go, make we go. We are coming to win. We will carry the couple. Make we go.
Vera.
Packing up in leather. I say make we go. We dey come to play. We dey play to win. Super Falcons na beauty and brain. Repping my country. Naija we dey for you.
That matter.
99.3
Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Stacking up in ladder. I say make we go. Oh yeah, make we go. Oh yeah, make we go. We are coming to win.
Proud of you. The entire nation is proud of you.
Thank you, Sarah.
You lifted our spirit by Christ to our generation, and we are all very, very happy.
Thank you, sir.
You'll be celebrated, and I congratulate all the coaches and the management of the team, including the ministers and the officials.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, sir.
Very, very best regards to Rashida. Very good. And I watched the penalty kick. That's a very courageous exercise.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. God bless you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President.
To set the 10th record of victories is not a very small thing for the country and the continent as a whole. Very proud of you. Safe journey home. Enjoy yourself. Avoid injuries. God bless you.
We are coming to win.
They certainly came. They saw, they conquered, and they brought home the trophy for Nigeria. Mission excellently accomplished. And welcome back to the show, Game On 99.3, Nigeria Info with Femi and the gang, Sam and Chuma here in the studio. And by dint of what you've just heard, that tells you we're about to talk about the Super Falcons of Nigeria next. But before that, I want to wrap up 5 WhatsApp messages. This one says, good evening, Femi and the gang. Arnie Slot is like a sales rep who the board gave 3 years to get £1 billion, but got his deal £1 billion in his first month. He can go on for 2 years sabbatical. Isaac from Uganda. Okay. This one says, good evening. Okay. Good evening, Femi and the gang. The pressure is on all big 6. Arsenal have a prolific, proven new player and bench. No more excuses for Arteta. Chelsea have won big lately and raised their own bars, so they need big trophies. Explains more and more. This is Prince from Netherlands. Thank you so much, Prince, for your message. Good evening, Samuel and Chuma. Arteta should be under more pressure, followed by Pep Guardiola. No pressure for Slot or Maresca. Okay, I've taken that one before. I come in peace. This is Shego from Ogun State. He says, good evening, Samuel and Chuma. I have an observation concerning one play. Says this is not just happening. It's also happened yesterday, which was Wednesday. Says whenever Anthony the Voice is on duty, he likes announcing the winner after the advertisement without carrying the listeners along through the process of picking the winners through the machine. It was when I was about to impute my tickets that he announced the winner. That's why we say you should play, shouldn't it? Whenever Chuma is on duty, he always announces real time the process, how the draw is being conducted. But that's not shortchanging you in any way. We try to be as transparent as we can be, including Anthony. You just were entering your ticket by dint of your explanation. You were about to play when he was doing the draw, and then he was announcing and calling the winner. So that's transparency as it is. But hey, I know you want it to be the way Chuma does it. We'll try to keep up with that. We'll try to do that. But there's no shortchanging you. It's as transparent as it can be. So there are no issues here. We are free and fair and open. Yeah, that's how we are. But thank you so much, Shegun from Ogun State. We're also open to observations on ways we can make it better for you. All right. So thank you for that observation. We will do better for you. So keep playing. We will carry you along tonight as we play. I've announced it twice and I'm announcing it again. Be part of it. When I'm about to go do the draws, I'll let you know, because I think you're trying to say that once you just play and I do the draw, it will be your number. All right. I would like to have a chat with... Okay, that's not for me. Good evening, Mr. Sam. For me, I think it's a must-win for Liverpool. We already know Arsenal as assistant champions, the Butlers. It will be a surprise if they finish at their usual position next season, you say. All right, semi-final message for now. Good evening, guys. From Surulere, Victor Yorkeres only played 13 minutes, not full-time. Point of correction. All right. Okay, sir. He played 13 minutes and played nonsense, like they said. We only enjoy this country for... All right, that's more political than sports. Keep them thoughts coming through 08095975805. All right, let's get to the Super Falcons of Nigeria. We go. All right, we're live streaming on YouTube and Facebook. Go there and drop your comments with us underneath the stream. Go there and be part of the conversation that we're having. All right, let me go straight to conversation regarding the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Now, ex-Falcon star Patience Avray that's the former Super Falcons striker Patience Avray has accused previous Nigerian governments and Football Federation officials of robbing her generation that brought football glory to the country. Well, the one-time top scorer, who is presently based in the United States, said she and her colleagues who won the Women's African Cup of Nations 4 times and featured in 4 FIFA Women's World Cups were not appreciated. Avray said this has left some of her teammates facing harsh economic challenges years after giving their best to the country. Well, the ex-striker of Ufoma Babes FC of Warri and Princess Jegede Queens FC of Lagos, whose generation was the first Super Falcons team to qualify for the quarterfinals of the FIFA Women's World Cup, said the government failed to adequately compensate them for their success. Now, here's a quote from her. She says, "My generation was robbed several times by irresponsible government and the NFF officials. The government approved peanuts as we campaigned in the African Women's Championships, the Olympic Games, and FIFA Women's World Cup." She went on to say promises in the regime of President Olusegun Obasanjo were worthless, while some NFF officials led by Amaju Pinnick and coaches sat on our little bonuses and kits. Amaju repeatedly, this is her words, asked some of us to send our account details without paying us till date, she said. She accused officials and coaches of failing to protect the players' interest, adding that besides inexplicably cutting our allowances, some officials and coaches would seize our jerseys and souvenirs we should have taken home after major tournaments. Now, this is some very serious talk here from Patience Avery. Well, she went on to say, however, she commended President Bola Tinubu for rewarding the current Super Falcons players and coaches who won WAFCON in Morocco with millions of naira, apartments, and national awards. She said, "I congratulate the Falcons for keeping the tradition intact. Kudos to President Tinubu for the renewed hope agenda." Despite, she went on to say, "I served Nigeria for 13 years and we were never accorded the honor we deserved. Instead, we got empty promises, golden handshakes, golden cards, and 300,000 naira. We're promised landed properties that we never received. Most of my colleagues are suffering, hence the president should correct this injustice." Now, this is something very serious because we're coming from something that we should be talking about for months, for years until the next WAFCON, and talking about the previous generation that didn't get what they equally deserve. Four African Cup of Nations titles